I got to give some time and attention to Black History Month, right? Because we do that as Black people. Yay, Black History Month. Here's what I don't like about Black History Month. First of all, do you know how many different Black History Months I've been on the air for? A bunch. And I'm getting tired of it. I'm getting tired of Black history being looked at like a novelty. Like it's history with an asterisk. And I used to be all happy, like, oh, it's Black History Month. Let me find a bunch of stuff that Black people did that nobody knew about. I'm getting tired of that. Our history does not need to be. I know what you're thinking, like, oh no, Sherwin, our history is American history, and this is a month where we give particular focus to Black History Month, or Black achievements, right? Because we're proud to be Black. There's so much other stuff going on that, first of all, nobody cares. I hate to admit that. Maybe we care, but if we cared that much, we would be exploring and researching bits and pieces of our history all the time. And we really don't do that. I think Black History Month is like, that's the time where it's okay to do all that. But the thing I don't like about Black History Month is for those people that don't recognize our humanity, Black History Month is something that has a start date and an end date. And they're like, whew, it's over with. Oh, we can get back to normal things.
So are you saying that Black history should be something that's celebrated every day instead of just 1 month or 28 days?
There's only one way to tell history, and this is where we have failed dramatically in this country, because you have people that are in literal disbelief of what is taking place right now. History can only be told one way. It's not whoever wins the war writes the history. History is told objectively, factually, and in chronological order. On this day, February 3rd, 1875, this is what happened. Not the men came down from the hill and they were heroic and valiant and they saved all of the... No. You tell it without all that emotion and all that fluff. On this day in 1791, this is what happened. Here's who the antagonist was. Here's the protagonist. Here's the result. Here's what the First Continental Congress did in their first session. Here's the antagonist, here's the protagonist, here's the result. There's only one way to teach history. The things that Black people, freed or not, did in that chronological order needs to be told in the order in which it happened. But because we don't, so you can't have Black history be told along with everybody else's history, because then it makes America look like a bunch of hypocrites. How can we support freedom and liberty and democracy in other places when they're still denying Black people the right to vote, still denying Black people access to public accommodation, still segregating our schools? But at the same time, America is this beacon of hope where we attracted people from other countries because of how wonderful of a free society we are, at the same time suppressing your people. So Black history can't be told, because if you tell our history alongside America's history, we're the biggest hypocrites ever. So I don't like when we separate it out like we're something special. Here's the other thing. Well, we are special. I know some folks are out there. Sherwin, I can't believe you're saying that, but I got one more for you. And this one I struggled with. If a white person said, I'm proud to be white, my first reaction to that is to be offended. Would that not offend you? If you're a non-white person and you see the other side of whiteness, how it is so laser focused on its own greatness that it cannot see how its own greatness has harmed other people. And somebody says, Sherwin, I'm very proud to be white. And if I think about that long enough, I'll get very angry. I'm like, well, what the hell are you proud of? And here's the thing. They may not even be someone that sees race the way I do. But they can say, Sherwin, I'm proud to be a white person. Okay? Juxtapose that with, I'm proud to be Black because of our heritage and we've overcome so much. In fact, there's a song. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome when? I don't. Someday. We have been bludgeoned and beaten and hung and disrespected and arrested, not given due process, been the butt of the joke, been the fodder in the criminal justice system. Man, I'm proud to be black. Think about it for a second. What's to be proud of in that? Proud of struggle? The other thing is, I was born black because my parents are. Being black is nothing I accomplished. I need you to follow me. I'm about to go somewhere that might be very uncomfortable for some of you. Just like a white person that says they're proud to be white, you didn't do anything to be white. You were born white. You didn't accomplish anything by being Caucasian. By me being born black, I didn't accomplish anything. I am proud of what Sherwin Hughes has done with his life. I'm proud of Sherwin. Being proud to be black, it makes no sense to me because I didn't do anything to become black. So why am I proud of something I literally had nothing to do with? I was born black. I am proud of things that I have earned and accomplished. If I earned something, if I worked really hard, regardless of what color I am, if I worked at something, if I set my mind on a goal and I accomplished it, I'm proud of what I accomplished. And so am I supposed to be more proud because I accomplished that thing because I'm black? I think that when I set my mind to things and I set a personal goal, okay, not a goal for my community, not a goal for Black America, a Sherwin goal, and I accomplish it. And maybe I accomplish it in short order, sooner than I even thought I would accomplish it. I'm proud of that. How can I be proud of just being born? So if someone is black and they've done a bunch of harm to black people, they break into black people's houses, they steal black people's cars, they drop out of school, they're not a productive member of society. It can go on and on and on and on, right? Are they still proud to be black? But you're hurting black people. Like you're using your blackness to have proximity to other black people so you can hurt and harm them. So help me understand that. Or maybe I'm looking at it wrong. People should be proud of what they have done. And you can look at like how you grew up in your adverse circumstances. You know, maybe you didn't have your parents there. You didn't have your dad or your mom. You know, maybe you didn't get a lot of love and support as a child, and you still amounted to something. And this transcends race because there's white people that have real screwed up families too. I mean, like real bad. But they were able to, you know, stay focused and believe in themselves when nobody else believed in them, and they accomplished something. Maybe they started a business. Maybe they got a really good job. Maybe they're the CFO or the COO, and they come from a horrible, horrible background. This transcends race now. They should be proud of what they have done, what they have accomplished, what they have created, not proud to be white. So being proud to be Mexican, like you can love your heritage, but you didn't do anything to become Mexican. You just were born to Mexican parents. Sure, when I'm proud to be Mexican. All right. But when you were born, like, what does that get you? What does that afford you? I guess you're probably connected to a history and to a culture or whatever, but you had nothing to do with that. Shouldn't we be proud of what we have done? And maybe we look at our circumstances, but also let me say this. I'm a black person, right? I told y'all my view on Black History Month is complicated. My life wasn't all that hard. I know as a black person, I'm supposed to say stuff like, oh, I sure did struggle. Oh, Lord, I used to walk to school and the police would beat me up every day. And I didn't have no food. I ain't had no shoes on my feet. I used to have to get some palm trees and get the leaves. I have to climb a palm tree and make a new set of shoes every day because I didn't have no shoes for my feet. I called them air palms because I had to use the leaves. We didn't have no pencil and paper. My life wasn't hard. If anything, I screwed up a bunch of stuff and made my life harder than it should have been. Have I been discriminated against? I have. Am I way further along in life than I ever thought I would be? I am. So I can't use being black as an excuse as to why I'm not whatever I see on Instagram. Like, oh, I'm not a trillionaire. Oh, it must be because I'm black. Most people are not trillionaires, and they're not black either. So it's complicated for me. I would rather put stock in our accomplishments. Like, what did you do? What did you create? Right? Where have you arrived in life on your own effort? On how hard you worked, on how hard you studied, on how much discipline you had. Be proud of that. Don't just default to say, I'm proud to be white. You were born white.